So some really interesting themes and dynamics emerging in the market. You know, we've come out of that great global workplace experiment. Everything's up for grabs. It feels like a brave new world. So perhaps with that in mind, a closing question for you both, you know, a future gazing question, if you like. You got your crystal ball. How do you see the market, the London market, developing throughout the remainder of 2021? Amanda?
I do think, especially in the flexible office market, and I'm not saying this because I'm biased, it would absolutely thrive. You know, previously I said it's not a one size fits all, but I do think occupiers will end up partnering with their providers, whether it's a landlord providing a fitted space or, you know, your traditional serviced office provider or your hybrid solution of managed office space. That variety would all mean that they have to work with their occupiers alongside us to create a solution that works for them in that interim. Because again, it's not forever, it's an interim solution whilst people work out what actually truly works best for the business.
And James, what about you? 2021, how does it look?
Well, last November and December, we were very busy with the big private equity and hedge funds seem to be growing. But it is mixed. We do have, particularly the sub 5,000, some clients closing their offices. But these people are looking to come over. Q1, Q2, I can see things really picking up. The problem is, what size do people want is one of the big questions. And I think core and flex will come into it. Big buildings that can offer a serviced office will really help because they'll be able to flex up. I've got a client in St James's. They're in a serviced office and they're so glad they did because some years they have 20 extra in the serviced office, or sometimes we're trying for 70 now. You know, they're really growing and having that flex in the building. But one thing I would leave you with is that the Brookfield chief exec Bruce Flatt said the other day that you look to the Far East and Australia and Dubai, people are now back in the office and shopping. You know, people are social. They will want to get back into the office.
Yeah, so I'd agree with both those sentences. I think 2021 is a year when we steadily see occupational demand returning. We see occupiers moving away from strategizing and into action. We start to get them thinking about workplace transformation, portfolio transformation, and that's got to be good for the market. And the other thing, of course, is that, you know, not every sector is on its knees. We've got some really flourishing sectors, big tech, life sciences, both of which have a real role to play in the London market that I think are going to, you know, really build on the experiences of the last 18 months and really start to flourish and create occupational demand. So Amanda, James, thanks very much for your insights, some really valuable insights there from the coalface. We hope you enjoyed the conversation, and of course do check out the London Report for even more.